Well, for Republican reaction to today's hearing, we spoke to Congressman Buddy Carter from Georgia right before coming on air. You have had a chance to see the whistleblower complaint now. I was curious what your thoughts are. Do you still believe there is nothing to see here?
Well, I think the whole indication is the first page where the whistleblower says that he was not witness firsthand to all of these events, and I think that tells you there that the report itself is based on innuendos, on secondhand information. So, you know, I'm still not seeing what evidently the people on the other side of the aisle are seeing.
But isn't that the purpose of an inquiry, to get to the bottom of this? And if the allegation that is being made is true, isn't that problematic?
Well, let's talk about what's being proposed by the Democrats that is true. I don't think it's true at all. I think that if you look at the transcript, which the president released, I think you'll see that it flows like you would expect a conversation between two world leaders to flow. There was never where the president of the United States instigated a talk about doing a favor for him or for the country. I mean, the conversation starts out with, look, the United States has done this for you, we've done that for you. Europe has not done anything for you. They're not coming to the rescue for you like the United States is. And then they get into more discussion. So I really don't see that at all.
But I mean, you do have the president, and he's not denying this, asking a foreign leader to help him look into a political rival. And the other question is, if there is nothing to hide, then why try and sort of withhold the release of this report?
Well, let's put it in perspective, okay? The discussion is based around all the corruption that's taking place in Ukraine. The president of the United States questions about the Russian debacle that got started supposedly in Ukraine. And he has every right, and we expect for him to be asking that question, the Ukrainian president. And after that, they get to talking about more corruption. So again, if you look at the way that the transcript, the conversation between the two world leaders flows, I think it flows perfectly well with what they were to be discussing.
One of the things in the complaint that caught my eye was this item on page 3 about the administration trying to lock down the details of this phone conversation in a separate electronic device. What do you make of that? Well,
again, you know, that's getting pretty much into the weeds, and at this point, that's going to be left up to those who scrutinize that report. And I don't know exactly what they were talking about at that point, but I can assure you that, again, whatever it is, I'm not seeing a smoking gun. I'm not seeing any quid pro quo. I'm not seeing those things. I'm not seeing them in the transcripts. I'm not seeing them in the whistleblower's report. So I think all of this is much ado about nothing. Let's face it, the Democrats still have not accepted the fact that Donald J. Trump is president of the United States. They've wanted to impeach him since day one. They wanted to do it with the Russian investigation. They wanted to do it with his taxes. They wanted to do it with everything. Now they get this opportunity, and even before the transcript is released, the Speaker of the House says, yes, we're going to do it. Again, it's nothing more than the Democrats wanting to get rid of Donald J. Trump.
Congressman Carter, thank you for joining us in what has been an extraordinary week.
Thank you.